Hey guys, good morning. It's Miss Dwyer, and even though it's not as sunny outside as it's been like yesterday, I thought we'd still get outside and do our yoga for today. We're going to do chair yoga, but if you're able to come onto the ground, that's fine. If you have a blanket or just carpet or a towel. But we're going to do some chair yoga today, especially for our friends who use wheelchairs, who may have limited mobility. And so if you're doing this at home and you have a caregiver or a nurse or a parent or a sibling who can help you if you need a little bit of help, then go ahead and do that. If you see in the background, that was my daughter's playhouse that my husband built for her a long time ago. She's now 16. But anyway, so we're just going to start with some gentle chair movements this morning. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, guys, and we're going to lift our arms all the way up. So sparkly fingers here, moving the fingers around. If you need someone to help you, help get your fingers, help get your arms up, go ahead and have them help you. So moving your fingers around and then bring the arms all the way back down. Let's do that again. Bring the arms all the way up. Maybe take them past your ears. Yeah. And then bring the arms down. Let's do that one more time. You hear the birds this morning? Move your fingers and then bring the hands down. So we're just going to take our hands here and we're just going to twirl our hands around. Maybe we've been sitting at a computer or playing on our laptop or on our parents' phone or whatever, and our fingers get really tired. And then let's just go in the opposite direction. Yeah. Good. And then we're going to place our hands on our shoulders. And we're just going to make some circles here. Smile, good morning, it's a new day. They're calling for rain today, so we might have to stay in. Moving the elbows around, and then let's go in the opposite direction. Good. And then we're just going to take our hands down to our knees and walk our legs out. Can you just start to come down a little bit? So you don't have to reach your feet. We're just coming down. It's like we're coming down a sliding board. And then we're going to come all the way up. Isn't it weird to see the playgrounds closed and things like that? So hopefully they'll be back open real soon. And then come all the way back up. So go down that sliding board 2 more times. Working through our back here, warming up our spine. And then let's do it one more time. Good, and then come all the way back up. So let's warm up our neck a little bit. So we're just gonna shake the head. No worries. Maybe the rain will go away so we can get outside today and ride our bikes. And then we're going to shake the head, yes. Everything's going to be okay. Good. And then if it feels okay, you can move the head side to side. If it doesn't feel okay, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Or maybe for some of you, it feels good to roll through the neck. And remember, some of us can do some things that others can't, and that's okay. So we just do what we can, and we don't worry about the rest. Good. Then let's sit up nice and tall. Can you place your hands on your belly? Remember when we talked about this in yoga? And when we breathe, we feel our belly. Hello, Josie. That's my dog. Our belly starts to rise and fall. Hands right on the belly. And then you can also place your hands up here near your heart. And you can feel the breath coming in and out, filling up all spaces of the lungs. Good. Then we're gonna bring our arms down by our side. Reach your arms up like you were holding a big, big beach ball. And just really think about squeezing that ball in between your hands. So your fingertips aren't necessarily touching, but you're feeling your triceps and your biceps just kind of muscling up and feeling them strengthening like you were holding a big ball. Yeah, good. And then you're gonna let one arm fall to the side and you're gonna take the other arm over. Remember our half moon pose? So we wanna take that arm, reach it over the head. If you wanna make that half moon pose, you can bring that other arm up. So we're making this half moon pose. And if someone's helping you do these exercises, that's great. If not, you just do what you can. And then bring the arms down. And then we're gonna reach the opposite arm up and over. So we're lengthening through this side body here. We're taking the gaze up towards the sky. Hello, sky. And then maybe you wanna bring that other arm up. Can you feel your obliques working? Your obliques are on the side of your body. Yeah, all your abdominal muscles. Good. And then come all the way back through the center and bring your hands down. We're gonna start to work with our legs a little bit. So we're gonna start to lift one leg up. My feet might be a little dirty, the grass is a little wet. And then bring that foot down. Again, we're gonna lift that foot up. Flex the foot, so point those toes up towards the ceiling. Bring it down. I'm just gonna adjust the screen a little bit, so keep moving with that motion. Lifting one leg up, flex the toes, bringing it down. When you lift it up, you should feel that quad. That's your quadricep right there. If someone's helping you move this leg up and down, that's wonderful. Or maybe you can just go up a little bit. And then set that foot down. Let's do the other side. Up. Again, I apologize if my feet are dirty. The ground's wet this morning. Good. Bring it back down for 3, 2, and 1. And then set it down. And maybe some of you can lift both feet. If you can't, just keep moving one side and then the other. 3, 4, and 5. Good. And we're going to plant the feet. I'm going to walk myself, well, not walk myself, but scoot myself out to the edge of my chair a little bit. And you might be hard for you to see me with my screen. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. But we're going to move into butterfly. This was always a favorite of Miss Lee and Mr. Johns' class. So we bring the bottoms of our feet together. And you can just flutter your knees like a butterfly, or you can just hang out in butterfly. But remember, we're sitting up nice and tall. We're not crumbling down, right? So we're sitting up nice and tall. The bottoms of our feet are together. Butterfly, that works the inner thighs here. Don't forget to breathe. You can feel your breath. Good. And then come back to the center. Remember windshield wiper? So we're just gonna take our legs side to side. Windshield wiper. This feels good to the hips. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and sit back a little bit. So we're just going to twist off to one side. So remember when we were laying on our backs, we would twist our legs. So we're just going to take our legs to one side, and we're just going to take our body to one side, and we're just going to twist and look off in the opposite direction. What do you see? If you're in your house, what can you see? And then can you keep your knees facing that direction and look in the opposite direction? If you can't, that's okay. Just an option here. And then come back to the center, and we're going to windshield wiper. We always reset windshield wiper. Excuse me. And then we're going to take those knees to the opposite direction, take our upper body, and look in the other direction. What do you see here? If you're sitting in your living room or sitting outside or in your kitchen. And then keep your knees where they are and look the other way. Sit up nice and tall. Try not to crunch down. Good. And then come back to the center, windshield wiper the legs. And who remembers star pose? So we're going to take one leg out, take the other leg out. We can do star pose from our chair. So point your fingers, point your toes. If you want to lift your legs up, you can. So 5-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Smiling. Maybe look up. Maybe twinkle your star if you want. Star pose. Good. And bring it down. Very nice. Let's windshield wiper those knees side to side. So coming into tree pose. So from chair pose, it's going to look a little bit different. So you might have the option to just turn that one leg out. And that's okay, right? So you just got your heel inside the ankle of the other one. And then you're going to lift your arms up. You can sway your branches if you like a tree does. You can just stand up nice and tall. You can bring your hands to your heart. If you have a little bit more balance and you want to bring that leg up a little bit, that's fine too, but you really got to press that foot into that other leg. Good. Sway in the wind. It's been windy lately, right? And then guess what? We've got two sides. So you've got to switch sides. So again, you're just turning this foot in. You're lifting your arms or bringing your hands together. Or maybe you have the availability to bring that foot inside. But you got to really practice pressing that foot into that leg. Not into the knee though. We want to protect our knee. Moving side to side. Or maybe our hands come to our heart. And release. What are we doing next? We're windshield wipering the legs side to side. It's really cloudy today. Now, I want you to take I'm going to turn my chair a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Walk your feet out a little bit. Pull the belly in and arch your back like a kitty cat. Do you remember cat and cow? It's okay if you don't. But if you remember, we're in cat. And then we bring the belly through. We're in cow. We're in cat. So if you're in a wheelchair and this is a little bit harder for you, I want you to think about being in your chair and just pulling your belly button in and out. I know you know where your belly button is. So just pulling the belly button in and out. That's just warming up our spine. Yeah. Otherwise, if you can do this, do cat and cow. Good job. One more, and then we're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to take this figure 4 here. So I know some of you might not be able to do this, and that's okay. I'm going to give you an option. But if you can, you're going to bring one leg on top of the other. So if I'm looking down, I've got this figure 4 shape. Now, if you can't do that, I want you just to crisscross your legs, okay? Perfectly acceptable. And then maybe someone can press down on your hips. Maybe you can press down on your hips. We're trying to just really stretch the hips here. Now, if your foot is up and you're able to do this, that foot is flexed. So we want the knee and the foot going in the same direction. If you want, you can come forward. Remember to breathe. Yoga's all about connecting the breath to the movement. And then you're going to switch and do the other side. So if you weren't able to do that and you had crisscrossed your legs, go ahead and crisscross in the other direction. My feet are dirty. So see, you notice I got a lot of tightness in this hip, right? So you're sitting up nice and tall, or you're just crisscross, whichever works for you. And then you're going to come forward. Don't forget to breathe, you guys. And then release the leg down, windshield wiper. And our last pose here, we're gonna walk the feet out. Start to come down, just touch the knees if you like, or maybe you can reach down a little further. Maybe you can even reach your toes. Go as far as you can, then I want you to round your back and take that stretch and get that long stretch down the back of your legs. Three more breaths here for 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna roll all the way up. Go ahead and sit all the way back. And if you remember how we always ended our class, we kind of, and you can just relax the shoulders and sit back in your chair. Kind of took a few moments just to be quiet. I'm outside, so I can sit here and just listen to the birds. So it's called Shavasana, or corpse pose. It's just a matter of being quiet for a few moments, being still. You can think about, if you're closing your eyes, just floating away on a soft, cushiony white cloud. Or maybe imagining that you're somewhere warm, laying on the beach. Toes are in the sand. Or maybe you're beside a river or a body of water, and you can hear the water just kind of rushing by. And you stay here as long as you want in this quiet space. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the arms overhead. Look up, gaze up. Bring your hands down to your heart. Namaste, students. We miss you. We can't wait to see you. We hope you're doing well. Reach out to us if you need anything. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.